Hi, this is Beth McKinney from FacePaintcom, and today we're going to talk about reducing clutter in your kit. The two main culprits of kit clutter are either carrying too much stuff with you, which is really common because we love face paint and nobody wants to leave behind something that they may need. And the other culprit would be not having an organizational system that will help you keep what you do have with you organized. So I'm going to give you a brief tour of how I keep organized in my Craft and Go. You don't have to use a Craft and Go. I like it because it has its own built-in legs, which makes it really easy to get to events, and I can just roll it in, pop the legs down, and I don't need a work surface. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to get a Craft and Go. But there are many homemade systems that are very similar and that work similarly that you can also use. So basically, the Craft and Go is just a place for me to work and to keep everything organized. My Craft and Go has metal plates. I have one on the back because I like to use magnets. Get one of these off here to keep my stuff in order. And in having the magnetic back, I'm able to carry more things. And even though I have all these extra paints on the back area, they aren't out of order. They're all in order. I know where they are. I can get them when I need them, and they're easily available, but they're up and off my work surface when I'm not using them. Same thing with my brushes. I have a homemade holder here. It's made with foam and foam core pieces, which I painted black, and then I use magnets to hold it in place. But it's totally out of the way. I don't have to set it down on my work surface. It's just in place. And when I need the brushes, I can get them. Even my water bottle has magnets on it. My adhesive has magnets on it. Everything that I'm not really going to use a lot or want out of the way, I can put it up here. My stencils are in a bag with magnets. Hand sanitizer, business cards, all that stuff is magnetized and up on the back. So it's accessible, but it's not going to be in the way. I reserve the work surface for things I use a lot. Now the sponges are actually here just to keep this from moving around too much when I'm in transit, but I don't need them when I'm working. And I put my water wells up. I usually have a third one as well. And I have the things I use a lot here. The split cakes, white and black, and the other solid colors that I use, and some of the really frequently used split cakes. They're right here. Everything's accessible. I have an area where I can lay brushes down with paper towels and clean brushes. So I have plenty of workspace, and things that I will need, I can always get out, like my glitters are in here. Frequently used stencils are in there. And this is a great organizational system. I've got a lot of stuff here, but because it's all organized, it doesn't look chaotic, and everything's in its place. And because I use the system all the time, I know exactly where everything is. I can go straight to it if I need it. Now, not only do I have things up on my work surface, but I have things beneath my work surface. So if I look underneath here, things like paper towels, a bag for dirty sponges, spare light, which is also magnetized, so that if I need to use it, it'll stay where it needs to be, and it won't move around, it won't fall over, knock my water over. But it's a emergency light, emergency headlamp in case I need that, earplugs, my insurance information, my ingredients lists, extra glitters and things. They are all here. These are not things I'm going to use at every party. Some things I'll just need to take out every once in a while, like I'll take out a paper towel that I'm going to use, but these are not things that I use a lot, like earplugs. It's a rare. I just want to have it with me. So I keep those things underneath. On this side, again, I have more storage. And here I have things like gems that I use, menus that I frequently use, visual references, clear pins, lip gloss, my square reader, some soap for cleaning my brushes, a couple extra brushes just in case. And that's all beneath it. Those are not things that I use all the time, but I want them accessible. So I put those on this side. Now there are times when a large kit isn't going to work well, depending on what you are trying to do. For example, one year I had to go downtown on the train, and I thought, oh, I'll just bring my Craft and Go. The Craft and Go works on the train, but not easily. It was unwieldy. It was just too big. I should have taken a smaller kit. It was hard to get it through Chicago. So, you know, it in rethinking that, I would not do that again. I would take a minimal kit. So I have a setup for that. Or if you're going to convention, you definitely want a kit that's smaller and more portable because there's not space for a big kit. So I have this kit, which is, it's a wooden case, which I love. And inside, I could take that big tray that I have inside that's magnetized and put all my paint in here, but I don't need to do that. I also have some smaller palettes that work well too. So here I have a global split cake palette. It's got 10 splits and white and black, and so that's very versatile and really usable. It's great. I got it at one of Denise Cold's classes, so I just thought it would be really great to put in my small kit. And I have some foam dividers, which I'm going to take out. And on this side, I have a mirror for kids to look in, a little package of my most used stencils. I have a Kryvaline set of a palette, and I also have 3 of my most used split cakes, large split cakes, like Rainbow, which I use all the time. I think this one is a Silly Farm Mermaid, and this one's a tiger split. It's a homemade tiger split. I have my water spray bottle, and some glitters, and some gold glitter in case I need it, and a water well. I could take a second water well with, but if I needed to, I could just go with one also. And I would probably have a backpack with me as well, with sponges and paper towels in it and some wet wipes, and some, maybe a water container. But this is really it, and it's much smaller, much lighter, and I can put it in my backpack and carry it instead of having a backpack and like a craft to go with me. So this is a great way to minimalize. Try to think in terms, after you finish an event, think in terms of what do I actually use at the event. When it really comes down to it, you probably just use your regular colors, a few large split cakes, maybe some stencils. For my brushes, obviously my brushes aren't here, but I also have a folding container that holds all my brushes, and I've got a second set that I carry for emergencies in my car, so I would have that with as well. But again, it folds up flat. It won't go in this wooden frame, this wooden case, but it'll slide in my backpack right next to it. So everything I need's right here, but think in terms of what do I actually use at an event. The truth is we carry a lot of stuff we probably don't actually use or need. So when you're trying to minimalize, just go with it. Thanks so much for joining me today. So you can see that organization is going to help you when it comes to clutter, and also minimalization is going to help you. And depending on the event, you're going to have to choose which one of those is the best option. So if you're doing festivals, you are definitely going to use a larger kit with more stuff. In that case, you want to go with organization. You want to find something that works for you and allows you to carry everything that you need, all the equipment that you have to have, but you also want to keep it in a very organized format so that it's not out of order. I'll tell you, clients notice when your kit's not in order. If there's paint all over the place and it's not clean, or if stuff's jumbled all over, they notice that, and it's going to make it harder for you to work fast. When everything's in order, everything's in a place, it makes it easier for you to go more quickly. So, and since time is money, organization is going to help you eventually make more as a face painter. The second thing is you want to do minimalization. There are times when a small kit is really much better. If you're in a very small space, you're only doing a few kids, it's a little birthday party, you have to travel on a train, some kind of transit, or on a bus, you're going to want a smaller kit that makes that easy for you. It's more transportable. So you want to make sure that you're able to take your kit down to just the very basics and that you know what those are. If it's helpful for you, if you have to transition between 2 kits and you don't want to leave something behind accidentally, create a checklist. Large kit checklist, small kit checklist, so you can transfer back and forth between them without accidentally leaving something behind that you need, or you can buy duplicates. I do that. So I've got a small palette that goes in my small kit. I've got my regular palette for the large kit. So that works too. So I hope this was helpful in helping you get organized so that you can do the best when you're at events. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. And if you'd like to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.